Every day is a good day to fly. So today I think I'm going to put the GoPro on my hat so you can kind of see what I see, and we're going to go over Folsom Lake, and then I'll pick up the pop-up IFR approach into Oakland. Alright, we're coming up on the threshold, the run-up area for runway 7 here in Auburn. Let me get on the compass rose here, and we got the checklist in front of us. I'll go through the checklist here on camera. So I've done the starting of the engines and all that, so here we go before takeoff. Throttle setting 1700, left engine first. There 1700. Alternator switch to left, check for charge, charge. Magnetos, we're going to turn them off one at a time and watch the RPM. Check. Check. Propellers here. Go to feathering. When it's cold out, I do them twice. It's not cold out today. Vacuum source, check. Left engine, check, check. Everything's in the green. Okay, repeat steps for the right engine. So we go 1700 on the RPMs. Alternator, right, check for charge, check. There it is. Magnetos. Okay, got them, and all four back on. That's very important, all four back on. Props check. This one's faster than the other one, so that's good. Vacuum source check. Right engine check. Check, check. Low temperature, green arc. Okay, repeat steps, check. Skip that. Trim control to takeoff. Alternate air, check in. Cow flaps, check open. Now the cow flaps, see if you can see the cow flap flapping down there. So they're open, lets the heat out. Wing flap 0, check. Flight controls, free and correct. So you do thumbs up, and then you look and make sure the aileron's up. Make sure the elevator's working, check. Cabin doors and windows. Windows, doors, locked. Flight instruments and radio set. We're sitting on west. Compass says west. We're here on west. We'll put this on 180. Flight instruments and radio set. Okay, 22.7, 27.4 is going to be our departure frequency. We're squawking 1200. Might as well put in Oakland's ATIS early, 3377, and that's the Oakland VOR. We're going to be, first thing we'll be using will be the Oakland VOR, so we'll put that in here. Okay. Now fuel boost pumps on low. This means checklist complete. We're ready for go. Ready to go. Auburn traffic, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec, taking runway 7, right crossing departure, departing area to the south, Auburn. All right, so the 3 T's. Time, I do the transponder. Time, transponder, traffic. I got my fingers on the fuel pumps down here. Get on the runway. Feet on the brakes, don't loiter on the runway. Feet on the brakes, full power. I'm watching the power come up. Okay, there's my 1000 AGL. Let's bring the power back to 29 manifold pressure, 2350 on the RPM. Turn the fuel pumps off one at a time. And set.
About 2 off the northeast.
Auburn traffic, Twin Custody, 1 Quebec depart in the area to the south, 2,500, 3 miles to the south of the airport now. Alright, so here's Folsom Lake straight ahead. Let's get this plane set up here. So I put my fuel totalizer at 17.5, and then I wait for the EGTs to come in. So here's North Fork of the American River, which feeds into Folsom, like Folsom Dam, Folsom Lake, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's take a little ride over here towards the canyon. Some white water down there, which I expect a lot during the runoff this year. So I'm going to close the cow flaps. There's that one closed and the right one closed. I remember when there was the drought, this river right here, you could damn near walk across it. It was flowing so little. It's still way down because they're anticipating the spring runoff, which they're worried about the flooding now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross over the dam area. This is Granite Bay area over here. Folsom would be on the other side of Folsom.
Skyhawk 9904 Victor is departing the pattern.
This is where the North Fork feeds in. There's also a Middle Fork and a South Fork that feeds Folsom. When the drought was here, it uncovered the old city that was below it. Mormontown or something like that. You can see old bridges across where the river used to be. It was very interesting. So we're going to go over Folsom Dam, and then Folsom Prison is just on the other side. It's a state prison. It'll be interesting to see how fast this lake fills up and how much they let it fill up. They were doing a lot of work on it towards the dam area last year, and that was why they said that they couldn't let it fill up. So you can see the haze. If I look this way, it's right into the sun. There's the sun. If I look down this way, you can see some of the park and recreation areas. The boat launch areas are over here, I think on the other side there. Turn the plane a little bit to the right here and take a peek. A lot of debris in the lake from the rivers that just poured in. There's the boat ramps. They're dry. The upper ones, the lower ones are in use. There's a dam over there. So Folsom Prison on the other side, like I said. We'll do a half circle around it. Big facility. Let's see if the boys are out in the yard today. Let's see. Nobody on that yard.
That yard, or that yard. No, they all must be having breakfast in bed this morning. All right, so here's the town of Folsom, right here. And let's give NorCal a call and head towards Mount Diablo. NorCal, good morning. Twin Cessna 3318 Quebec. VFR request in vicinity of Folsom Dam.
Twin Cessna 3318 Quebec, NorCal approach, say type twin.
Quebec is 331 Quebec to the Cessna Skyline 320 slant India. VFR to Oakland 2,500 for 4,500.
South 4888 with you, passing 1100 for 9,000, climbing via the foothills 2.
That's 4888, NorCal departure, radar contact.
There's Mather Airport there. I'm up high enough to be above there.
3318 Quebec, reset transponder squawk 0337.
0337 to 1 in Quebec. All right, there's a transponder.
Cessna 3318 Quebec, radar contact 7 miles to the northeast of the Mather Airport, second altimeter 3004, say altitude.
1 in Quebec leaving 3,000 now for 4,500. So there's Mather there, if you can see it right in front. Was thinking about doing a low approach over it today, but thought otherwise. So I'm getting the RPMs here. So we're at 17.3 gallons on one side, 17.5, 17.6 on the other, 17.5. And there's our EGTs. They settled in nicely. 1651 and 1522. Right one always runs a little bit cooler. I think it has to do with where downstream the probe is. And we're continuing our climb here. We're doing 800 feet a minute. Leaving 3,600 for 4.5. There's Rancho Cordova here. Folsom back to the right. So I'm kind of pointing the nose to Mount Diablo so that I stay on this side of approach. I want to get 20, I think 25, 25 will be next, and then after that, it's going to be 25.
4888, contact the approach 123.7, good day.
Good day, 237 South 4888.
Makes it easier to ask for the ILS when you're on this side.
Tanker 93, just part of McClellan, southeast bound. Appreciate flight following.
Tanker 93, NorCal approach, second altimeter 3004, say your type aircraft and your destination or your...
McClellan's right there.
We're a Grumman S2T, and route of flight is just follow the foothills down in Columbia area.
All right, so he's going southeast. He's following the foothills.
We'll be going at 5,500 feet.
Behind me.
Tanker 93, reset transponder squawk 5372.
So he's not going to be a factor.
And departure out of 1760 is out of 2600, climbing via the foothills 2. Train transition, set maintain 9,000.
So 1760, NorCal departure, radar contact. Tanker 93, radar contact 3.5 miles to the east of the McClellan Airport, second altimeter 3004. Say again your altitude, non-course approved.
We're climbing out of 1,700 feet to 5,500.
I'm still looking. I just want to see him. If I can see him. Can't see him, but he's going to Columbia. He's nowhere near my route because Columbia is over that way.
Southwest 1760, contact approach 123.7, good day.
237 Southwest 1760.
So I'm going to ask for the ILS in a practice approach today. So I want to get the ILS localizer DME 28 right out. Just for practice as a pop-up. And the reason for the pop-up is, let's say that a day like today where you check the weather and it's severe clear everywhere. Monterey, San Jose, Oakland, Hayward, Sacramento, Concord, Napa, Santa Rosa, they all report clear. Half Moon Bay even reported clear, which is not normal. And so, let's say the fog bank moves in.
And do we need to stay clear of that TFR over Beale Air Force Base?
In summer and spring, that will happen. And so, this is why it's good to practice it, where you might be coming in and then boom, you're going to pop up and have to do the ILS. So I think everybody has had enough of the camera on the head. I'm going to go off camera and put it back up behind me
Approach on 125.4
on the tripod. Be right back. All right, back on.
First Caravan 249 or Tango Golf level 4,500, and we have Tango.
America 2672, Norco.
Go ahead.
Just have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have two approaches, the RNAV GPS Yankee and the RMP Zulu for 16 right. And I noticed that some planes can do one or the other. What's the difference between the two in equipment-wise? Is there anything? Is it just the fixes?
Good question.
The RMP just allows you to go to a lower minimum. It's just a tighter course.
It's not nothing to change in the equipment, though. We're still just using the same equipment.
Basically, yes. You're just the tolerance is we're inputting actually a narrower tolerance for the lateral, if you will, for the course and the vertical.
America 2672. Thank you so much for that. Traffic should be enough factor. It's 10 o'clock, about 5 miles northeastbound, 7,500.
We're looking American 2672.
Well, it's good. American pilot asked the question.
249 Tango Golf, NorCal approach.
While I was off camera, he did give me 125.25.
9 Tango Golf, Richard.
So I am anticipating any minute now 25.4. Let's see if we can get Oakland's weather. It's going to be scratchy. I can barely get it. I'm going to wait a little bit.
America 2672, traffic will be above you and behind you. Contact approach now 125.4.
125.4 American 2672.
So again, I got the ILS plate in front of me. As always, you study for the missed approach. In this case, open on the ILS runway 28 right. Missed approach is to climb to 1,900, then climbing right turn to 3,000 on a heading of 340. And then get to Skaggs Island, radial 165 to Rebus, which is on Skaggs 14.3 DME, and hold. There's a depiction of the hold. So would go to Rebus and hold there. I have the chart here to get to Skaggs Island VOR, which is here's Sausalito, here's Skaggs, 112.1. So you should put that in. 112.1. Have that ready in your RNAV, which I do. And we're still navigating for Oakland. And then looking at the chart, the missed approach says
3318 Quebec, contact approach 125.1.
25 for 1 in Quebec. Thanks and good morning. Before I go to NorCal, so there's Skaggs and there's Rebus. It's a big reporting point here on a bunch of NorCal. Good morning, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec, checking in 4,500.
331 Quebec, NorCal approach, Stockton altimeter 3003.
1 in Quebec. All right, so we're cruising along here. Inbound heading on Oakland, of course. Whatever your ILS is, it'll show up here. It's 278. And descending decision height is going to be 207 feet MSL, mean sea level, which is 200 above the ground, and the minimum show here at 200.5 miles. If you're doing the localizer, the minimums go up because you're not on the glide slope, and you're going to 440 feet. And I've had you come in when the glide slope is out of service. And then if you do a sidestep, it's pretty much the same because the runway is right next to it. And then if you do a circling, it's a little bit higher at 560. Depends on your category, if you're A, B. If you're a C or D category, then you're going to fall into others. So we're going to only worry about the ILS today at 200.5 miles.
Runway 006, ILS and visual approach, runway 30 and 28 right. Flow control to Los Angeles, Las Vegas, San Diego. Contact clear and delivery for information. Taxiway Victor, closed. Taxiway Tango and Bravo intersection closed. Business jet and expect runway 28. Caution, Folsom Airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
Information hotel. Hotel, a hotel.
Folsom International Airport, ATIP Information Hotel, 15530. 1360 at port. Visibility 10. 12.
Official 176, go ahead.
Temperature
3.9. Am I still a little low to pick them up yet?
That's where we came in.
Maybe stay with me. I'll hit you up again here in a minute.
Well, I'm putting the nose down now. Yep, there come the bugs. I don't know where I got them. They just showed up. I'm putting the nose down. I want to be simulating that you're VFR and you're coming into Oakland. Now, if you look at the chart here, it's either you're 4,200 outside of NAGV, or if you're inside of NAGV, it's 3,400 for the minimum. So
approach,
normally you would be going into Oakland, 2,500.
ILS
If you're in a single, I suggest you go a lot higher. But in my case, I'm in a twin.
Maintain VFR, proceed to navigation to P6.
Maintain VFR, ONAV.
I'm in a twin, so I can go lower.
Approach terminate.
And I purposely want to be below
and then we'll come around
the maneuvering altitude, the MEA altitude also,
that one will be,
because that would be what I would normally do, and then he'll ask me to climb to provide my own terrain clearance, VFR, to get up to the legal altitude.
Published, approved, except maintain at or about 3,000, Mike Charlie.
You're seeing in front of us the Antioch Bridge. He's off Byron.
Sir, 7 Golf 2, Cessna 177/Golf through 1.8 for 3,000 with flight line over to Hayward.
Byron's over here. He's going to Hayward. Shouldn't be a factor.
Colonel 7 Golf Juliet, Squawk 0356.
I believe Byron
56 for 7 Golf 2.
is Charlie 83.
7 Golf Juliet, Stockton altimeter 3003. Taking altitude, leaving. What altitude are you going to climb to?
3003. We're climbing through 2,000 for 3,000. 7 Golf 2.
So here's Antioch Bridge.
7 Golf Juliet, radar contact 2 miles southwest of Byron Airport. Traffic 12 o'clock. 3 miles off the
Oakley, Antioch, Brentwood, Pittsburgh. We have another tournament in Pittsburgh Saturday if it doesn't rain.
Helicopter 7 Bravo Juliet, contact Modesto Tower 125.3.
7 Bravo Juliet, good morning.
Cardinal 9017 Golf Juliet, contact approach 125.35.
2535, you have a good day, 7 Golf Juliet.
That's going to be my frequency next. So he's probably in front of me. And there's reception is poor. So what freeway is this? This is Highway 4, of course.
Cessna 18 Quebec, just for my planning purposes, you're going to go east or west of Mount Diablo?
I was going to go east of Mount Diablo, and I was going to ask the next controller for a practice ILS 28, right?
18 Quebec, Roger.
All right, so he wants to know which way I'm going, because Mount Diablo is like the split for the airspace for the frequency. 120.9 over here and 2535 over here.
60 Charlie, thank you.
Unless it's reversed for weather, and then it's just reversed. This is called the east plan. When the weather is coming out of the south and the east, planes are landing to the east instead of the normal west. The normal, the ones coming on 30 come in here and 28 here, and so they don't intersect. But the departures will intersect out in space, so they don't like to use the east plan as much as the west plan is used. I'd say 80% of the time is the west plan.
Oakland Hotel is current wind 360 at 4, visibility 10. 2000 scattered, altimeter 3006.
When I get back, Roger, yeah, we got hotel a few minutes ago. Alright, so he's just giving me the ATIS in case I couldn't get it. On this side of the... It's hard to get it on this side of Mount Diablo because these radios are line of sight.
Going out of my traffic, 12 o'clock, 7 miles opposite direction, same altitude, turn 10 degrees right back for traffic.
Turn right 10 degrees, 09 on mic, and we're looking.
They're line of sight, so if you can't see they can't, your radio antenna can't see it, you're not going to get it.
800, climbing and with you.
Follow 5 Mike 0 North Call approach, Stockton, altimeter 3003.
3003, and we're climbing to 3000. 5 Mike 0.
5 Mike 0, Roger. Are you landing at the Tracy Airport?
Yes, we are landing at Tracy and would like to request practice approach GPS runway 12 from Oyogo, 5 Mike 0.
So I'm going to start to get gumps early. Gas, undercarriage, mixture props.
5 Mike 0, maintain VFR, proceed to be on navigation.
So I turn the fuel pumps on, make sure we're on the main. I'm starting to reduce power.
And maintain VFR and we retain our own navigation. Warrior 5 Mike 0.
On a turbocharged Continental engine, cylinders are very temperamental. They run hotter because of the turbocharger.
NorCal approach, Cessna 23.
And the engine shops tell you to be below 300 degrees on the cylinder head temperature before you do any drastic power changes.
10 o'clock,
so we
southwestbound, same altitude, Cessna.
Looking for the traffic, we'll begin our descent down to 3,500, 23 up Tango.
So you...
Steering on mic is traffic in sight.
You want to take off like 2 inches of manifold pressure every 2 minutes. It's not an exact science, but you just want to do it gradually is the whole idea.
3,400.
Alright, as soon as Oakland's VOR comes in, I'm going to hold it and then go to the ILS.
60 Charlie, I think he can hear you now. Contact approach 124.52.
60 Charlie to 12452, thanks.
18 Quebec, contact approach 125.35.
20 Quebec, 125.35, thanks, and so long.
Okay, November 09.
SoCal, good morning, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec. Checking in, got the ATIS for Oakland Hotel, looking for a practice ILS 28 right today. Up at the tower in next. You should wait until they acknowledge you so you don't, I know the frequency was 25.1, so I'm waiting for them to come on.
Business 33, make back knockout approach, flighting 170, vector traffic.
Okay, I had to turn the squelch off. Was that 1 in Quebec, 170?
Hey, affirmative traffic for 1 in Quebec, 12 o'clock, 3 miles northbound, altitude gate 3,500.
1 in Quebec, looking for the traffic. Alright, 170.
Approach Cessna 600 on the link, with you at 4,500.
Papa 62, traffic to Patrick, clear approach 130.
Clear visual 30,
Alright, there's a VOR.
6009 and Mike, approach, Oakland 30.
Update 2, solid at 21000. Piping for Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon, California, and Coastal Water.
Welcome 34, Whiskey Zulu.
I got the ID for that.
Is that your requested altitude?
We'd like to get to 3,000 for Whiskey Zulu.
For Whiskey Zulu, 3,000 approved, cleared in above airspace.
Climbing to 3,000 feet, cleared into the Bravo, Cessna 34 Whiskey Zulu.
November 8, Foxtrot, contact approach 120.9er.
120.9er, 428 Foxtrot.
1 in Quebec, no joy in the traffic.
1 in Quebec, dispatch left to right, no factor, continue by the heading for more traffic.
1
say last part again, please.
Wake back to traffic factor, continue present heading for more traffic at 11 o'clock, 3 miles, crossing left to right to Cardinal 3000.
Okay, want to get back, present heading, looking for traffic.
All right, so next area is
3 o'clock, 3 miles, southbound past this, behind to your right, Twin Cessna 3000.
7 go 2, we're looking, we'll start a descent for Hayward.
Sure.
And NorCal, want to get back to Tally Hill on the Cardinal, we'll maintain visual separation at 11 o'clock now in 2 miles.
Wake back, Roger. Southwest 62, traffic 10 o'clock, 1 mile northbound, correction, northwestbound, altitude unknown.
Southwest 62, looking.
So there's my traffic there. I'm waiting for him to tell me to climb. I'm surprised I haven't gotten that yet. But it is a practice, it is VFR, and let's continue to slow down. Some people say I'm way behind the airplane. That's not the case. I'm always ahead of the airplane, whether it looks like it or not. Well, summer or spring is coming because
traffic to factor, out of
it's getting bugs.
Order tower, 260.
Even though I'm showing 170 on the
7 Golf Juliet, traffic factor, contact Hayward Tower 120.2.
on the heading
Thank you,
indicator,
sir, going to tower, have a good day, 7 go 2.
my ground track is 178.
Falcon approach, Cessna 757.
But the controllers expect you to fly what's on your heading indicator, and they'll tell you to go 10 or 20 degrees to either side if it's not working out.
757, number Quebec.
Number 18 Quebec, turn right in 200.
1 Quebec 200 now.
All right, let's see if we can get the ILS identified. All right, that was it. The first Morse code was dot. That's I for instrument approach. There was 200. And then the rest of the Morse code. So we're on the heading, 200. You can see I put the HSI needle on the localizer, and it is
Turn on Mike, traffic 12 o'clock, 3 miles northeastbound.
it's showing an intercept course.
Turn on Mike, we're looking.
And my 200
which is outside Bravo airspace.
shows 210 on the ground track.
Say again, 460.
74, which is you're outside the Bravo airspace.
460.
So continuing to reduce power, little trim up.
07, level 8,000.
Spurwing 607, north approach, clear, direct Mito.
Alright, direct Mytel, Spurwing 607.
Sierra Anna Mike has traffic in sight.
November 09, Mike, Roger.
NorCal 2526, Sierra Alpha descending through 6,800.
2526, Sierra Alpha, north approach, Oakland altimeter 3006.
6,000.
A lot easier to fly the ILS when it's VFR out. Even if it's, even if you filed for an IFR approach, if you don't encounter any IMC conditions, even for a second of going through the cloud, you can't log that as an instrument approach.
When I get back, turn right in 250 and set the localizer, maintain that or above 2,500 for traffic.
Okay, 1 Quebec, right turn to 250, intercept the localizer, and 2,500 or above for traffic, 1 Quebec.
All right, so that's fine.
Spurwing 607, speed our discussion.
607, affirmative, descend and maintain 5
Here comes the needle, so I'm just going to keep the turn going.
Speed our discussion, Spurwing 607.
Still reducing power. We'll stop here and get a trend of the needle. It's inside of 1 dot. When you're going slower, it's a lot easier to fly an ILS also. Alright, so here's coming some more, so I'll come over another 5-10 degrees, hold it there and see what the needle does. I'm just under the glide slope. I'm on the glide slope now. So I'm going to be a little bit above the glide slope. I've already put in some flaps, and when I put in the gear, it'll automatically take me down.
When I get back, traffic factor, cleared ILS, runway 28 right approach.
1 Quebec, clear for ILS 28 right, 1 Quebec.
So I'll give it a little bit of props here. Still waiting for the needle to come in.
Morning, Quebec. Additional traffic, 11 o'clock, 2 miles from northwestbound, altitude unknown.
Morning, Quebec, looking for 11 o'clock traffic. Don't see him. So we're above the glide slope, which is the safe side. Not going to hit anything above the glide slope. Here's my gear speed, drop the gear.
So 70, centimeter, 4,000.
4,000, fairway 607.
And then we're going to sink some. Okay, I got a green, so gas. Undercarriage got a green.
Hotel 09 Mike has Palo Alto in sight.
November 09 Mike, contact Palo Alto Tower. Good morning.
Good morning, 09 Mike.
The beauty about
the 1 Quebec, now 12 o'clock, 1 mile northwestbound, altitude unknown.
1 Quebec still looking, no joy. 12 o'clock, mile, must be in the clutter of the city. Don't see him. He's a mile northwestbound.
Hotel approach, just confirming
He's going that way.
Palo Alto.
November 09 Mike, affirmative.
09 Mike.
Was it the 1 Quebec, traffic no longer observed, contact Oakland Tower 118.3, good day.
1 Quebec Tower 18.3, thanks, and good morning.
Welcome.
Tower, good morning, Twin Cessna 331 Quebec, checking in on the ILS. Request low approach, 28 right, landing 33.
Twin Cessna 18 Quebec, Oakland, tower wind 27085, runway 28 right, cleared option, runway 33, clear to land.
1 Quebec, cleared land 33, 28 right option, 1 Quebec, thank you. Alright, so that's good, make sure you got that. So waiting for the needle to center a little bit here. So that upper winds are showing a little bit of crosswind here. We'll hold the altitude, add a little power here. Stay on the glide slope. It's a little early for full flaps, but we'll put them in. We're on the glide slope. We're pretty much on the localizer. So we got gas, check, undercarriage got a green, mixture is up, props up, our speed is good, and we're just moseying on in here. We're at blue line. I can see the VASI, 2 red, 2 white, we're on slope, as confirmed with the glide slope. 900, I'll take it down to show you what the minimum, the decision height is here in Oakland at 200.
India current at Oakland, altimeter 3006.
No change, okay. Feels like we're going slow where we are. I'm showing 93 knots across the ground. Usually I'd fly these a little faster, but this is a demo of the ILS. So we're on the needle, we're on glide slope, we're on the VASI. There's 450. I'll show you what 200 looks like. And I've missed here at Oakland, had to go land a Livermore before with kids in the plane because of the fog. There's 350. There's 275. There's 220. So 27, bang, this approach right here. So if you don't see the airport, take off. All right, so we got clear to land 33. Wind is 360 or 270 at 5, so that's no problem. So we're just gonna hug the left side of the runway here because we don't want to encroach on 28 left. And we'll land on 33. Takes a right turn to get there. A coordinated turn for sure, because you're this low to the ground.
25 Uniform Charlie, Oakland Tower at Bravo, cross runway 28 right, taxi to runway 28 left. Gulfstream 5, Uniform Charlie, cross runway 28 right, taxi to runway 28 left.
Cross 28 right, taxi 28 left, 5, Uniform Charlie.
So you came in on an instrument flight. Don't touch
Falcon
anything.
7, Zulu Lima via Bravo, cross runway 28 right, taxi to runway 28 left.
So like I said, don't touch anything. You can get off the runway. And then, okay, we're clear of the bar.
Princess 1 in Quebec, taxi to the new T's, monitor ground point enter.
1 in Quebec, roger, thank you. Okay, so we're going to stop here. Falcon Point Niner. Stop, okay. Flaps up. Check. Fuel pumps off. Check. Let's taxi. And that's it. Thanks for riding along.
7 Zulu Lima, Tower 183.
18-3 switching.